Well, hello, my honor students. Notice another Friday is upon us. Oh, my goodness. Now, next Friday, we'll have our next test. Not a whole lot left, kids. There's only 3 more weeks after this, and only one of them's a full week. So we go 5 days, 4 days, 4 days, done. Oh, mercy. Anyways, so we're done. April 29th is our last day. Now, the test next week will be graphing in degrees and changes, radians, so sine of pi, and then graphing in radians. So it'll probably be a 2-pager, so bigger than normal, but I figured I'd give you this week off. Now, if you want to graph in radians, the only thing changes is the x-axis. Everything else stays the same. So the basic y equals sine x, you start at 0 to 1, 0, -1 and 0. And yes, you may have this next to you on your table or whatever when you're taking the test. Oh, I'll have the homework answers on Monday. You may also have your chart next to you. That's okay with me. And then cosine at 1, 0, -1, 0, 1. But notice what's different. We have pi over 2, which 180 divided by 2 is 90. This is 180, 270. So it's the same. So if we want to do an amplitude change, if I say, hey, what's y equals 2 sine x? The only thing that changes is what's on my x-axis. So pi over 2 pi, that's 180. 3 pi over 2, that's 270. And then all the way around the circle is now 2 pi. So you would go, okay, I'm multiplying by 2. Now, if you want to draw the basic graph and then do it, that's fine. Or just say it starts at 0, goes to 1, but 1 times 2 is 2. 0, -2, 0. And then curve it. This is horrible. Oh, I can't. There we go. So if you know how to do amplitudes with degrees, you should be able to do it with radians. So right now, my peeps, graph y equals 3 cosine x, and then turn me back on. So we have pi over 2. Remember, pi is always 3 times your 1, because it's 3.14159. 3 pi over 2, and then 2 pi. So remember, cosine starts at 1, so times -3 is -3, 0. Whee! That is horrible, but I think you get the idea. Now, a period change. Remember, with degrees, you go, well, good land, 360 divided by your b. Well, with radians, what's 360 in radians? 2 pi divided by b. Then you divide it up into fourths. So if I said y equals sine 2x, you'd say, okay, normally it takes 2 pi's, pi, to go the full distance. But it's going to be 2 pi divided by 2, which is pi. And then 1/4 of pi, a fourth of a pi, is pi over 4. So it'd be pi over 4, 2 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4. Now remember, pi is the same as 180. So, okay. So half of that's pi over 2. A fourth is pi over 4. Then we have 3 pi over 4. So it's just pi is 2 pi divided by the 2. And then 1/4 of that, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, which is 1. Now we know sine is 0, 1, 0, negative 1, 0. Whee! So see if you can figure out right now, and I know we haven't done a lot of this, but we did it with degrees, cosine 1/2 x. Now you can turn this off and do it and then watch me, or 2 pi divided by 1/2 is 4 pi's. Oh, 4 pi's. So normally it takes 2 pi's to do a complete hill and valley. Now it takes 4 pi's. We're doubling it. So here's 1, negative 1. Now let's see, pi. Let's see, 1/4 of 4 pi is pi. 2/4 would be 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, every fourths. So, okay, pi is 3 of those. So pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi. So we're going to have cosine 0, negative 1, 0, 1. Whoa! Hey, I actually hit it? No, that's horrible. It's supposed to be a curving motion. Woohoo! So it's exactly the same except your x-axis changes. So, for this weekend, now if you're having trouble, just watch this again. Monday we're going to go over this again. I'm thinking I might make Monday and Tuesday's videos this weekend, but I might not. We'll see. I don't even know why I brought that up. But see if you can figure out y equals cosine, sine 1/4 x. Ooh, y equals cosine pi x. Ooh, that's tricky. Ooh, that is tricky, my friends. Y equals sine, let's do 4x. And y equals 3 cosine, let's do 1. We'll do 1/2 x, I guess. Those are not easy. I'm challenging you this weekend. So if you can do 3 of those, I'm impressed. If you can do 2, okay, but 3, I'm impressed. All 4, holy cheese in a bucket. So I'll have the answers to the other questions, and we'll do this and review some more on Monday on graphing. Then we're going to start using calculators probably next Thursday, but our test will be next Friday. Okay, thank you very much.